Oh, welcome to Hat Daddies. Your favourite place for all the worries in your life and other people's lives to be solved by the daddies here, which
trained idiots.
Hat films. We are trained idiots, yes.
Professionals.
But that makes us professionals all the same.
Yeah.
So we have your questions and queries, which were sent into hatdaddies@gmail.com. Trot, why don't you kick us off with something someone sent in?
How about before that? I just want to make sure everybody...
Oh no.
Oh, I feel like somebody's
Don't like this. It ruins my day.
No.
Gonna take my headphones off.
No.
subscribe and maybe join. Thank you.
It's very delicate of you, Trot. Thank you.
Hit like 2!
Fuck.
This is from Dylan. Hey, Hat Daddies. I recently found myself being forced to move from the beautiful tax evasion country called the Cayman Islands, in which I was born, to a city at the end of the world, Perth, Australia. I've been warned of the wildlife there, and I can't help but fear a spider crawling up my arse during my sleep. How do you suggest I combat this fear and learn to love spiders? With love, Dylan. Spiders, they terrify me, I'll be honest.
Terrify you?
You don't need to be a friend of a spider and learn to love them. You just need to know how to defend yourself from them, in my opinion.
How do you defend yourself from a spider, Chris Trot?
Have you played the game Rainbow Six Siege?
Yes, you know I have.
Do you know the Operator Castle?
Yes.
Yes. Have impenetrable bullet mounted material on all entrances to your home. That way, spiders can't enter.
I don't think that's true,
You
Trot.
have a safe space.
No.
What? No?
Spiders always find a way. I don't think shielding will ever stop a spider from getting to your home.
It might just be best to live in constant fear then.
You
Spiders.
can do.
I mean, I've just looked at like the dangerous plant and animals found in the Cayman Islands.
Okay.
There are plenty of dangerous spiders, snakes, scorpions. There's even a dangerous plant in the Cayman Islands, which has caustic sap. It's a plum plant.
Oh.
So really,
Out to get you.
you're already coming from quite a dangerous place.
So it's just a state of mind, really, then, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You know,
Are you one to kill spiders? Do
No.
you kill them, or you do try and catch them and release them?
I get a little
Into the
glass and a
wild.
piece of paper and try and release
Yeah.
them.
Either that or I leave them be because they catch the flying insects, which are more annoying.
Oh,
Do you ever try and catch them and use them as some sort of sex
Yeah, absolutely.
What, a spider?
object?
No, I can't say I do.
I lie on the floor.
Well, you don't want to put them on the top and just let them
Spin a web.
spin their own
Nature's
web.
condom.
Yeah. Nature's condom. It's there for weeks, just
It
whistling
also-
away, trying to create a nice little web around your knob. No, I don't think that's a
The
sensible idea.
other white meat.
It's obviously fantasy. That's a ridiculous idea. Apologies for that. I didn't mean to suggest that. If they have spider problems and they really fucking hate spiders, I suggest they...
To England, we've got like no dangerous
Yeah.
animals apart from badgers.
Spiders
Sounds like
here are harmless, mostly.
Perth, though, Australia.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, they
that's
can't do that, can
It's
they?
their own fault. It's their own stupid fault, isn't it?
Those big ass spiders, what are those giant ones called? The hunters? What are they called? The ones which
Huntsman.
look like fucking massive,
Huntsman.
but they aren't actually harmful.
No.
Well, they don't.
Well, they
try
can
to.
bite, but they're not very dangerous. They don't have a venomous bite.
Those scare the shit out of me,
The huntsmans.
just because of how giant they are.
Have you seen camel spiders?
No.
Google a camel spider.
Okay.
These are the really scary
Any
ones.
humps?
Camel.
Does it
Huh?
retain
Spider.
water?
Oh!
Yeah.
Camel spiders are scary.
Yeah.
Big.
They are fucking horrifying to look
Really
at.
big.
They look like an inverted. What's the thing from Alien?
Yeah.
The
Xenomorph?
face hugger.
Oh, yeah.
They look like an inverted version of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, you thought you were scared about that. Camel spiders,
Imagine
man.
that wandering
You
in.
need a weapon, like a military weapon, to destroy one of these. Jesus
A shotgun.
Christ!
You need a shotgun.
A rolled up newspaper isn't going to do the trick on this bad boy.
Either way,
That's just
Dylan.
going to anger it.
Dylan, you're screwed,
Sorry.
honestly.
Camel spiders.
Dylan, you're fucked. I didn't even think to realise you are screwed.
Camel
Like,
spiders aren't in Australia, though.
Okay, you're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Yeah, it might be alright.
I don't
No,
think
he'll
they
be
are.
fine then.
I think
Anyway,
they're more like
It's the
Afghanistan.
smallest, like what, black widows.
All sorts. There's all sorts of
Black widows.
funnel web spiders.
If anything, you should fear the small
Sometimes
ones.
the smallest ones are more deadly.
Oh,
yeah,
in
so
some
you can't
cases.
spot them, and then they
So
just boom.
when a scorpion is young, the sting is more
Potent.
potent. Partly because they don't know how to limit the amount of venom they inject
Yeah.
as a
They
youth,
overdo it.
so they can overdo it.
Yeah. Well, I was watching a film the other day. I think it was based on a documentary where a guy got bitten by a spider, And like he
Got superpowers.
gained some of the abilities that spiders have, all the
Incredible.
traits.
Tell me more.
Now I'm not sure if I don't know who it's based on
Mm.
in real life, but that sounds like something you should try.
Absolutely.
So if you do see a spider, let it bite you and come back to us with the results. Because that
I
sounds
feel
really
like
good.
to make Spider-Man really
Sorry, are we
accurate.
boring you?
To make
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man really accurate,
Just 'cause of
he
our
needs
soothing
to eat
tones,
flies, like hungrily eat flies.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's not enough immersion there.
He should be literally out there swinging around
Trapping
and desperately
insects.
catching flies and eating them like a disgusting spider.
Right, I got another question
Okay,
here.
let's move on to the next question.
This one's just
Who's this one
signed SQ, so it's a bit of a mystery one.
Thanks, Square.
So they say, "Hi, Hat Daddies. My nipples always poke out, and my friends frequently tease me. I've been there. They call me hurtful names like prickly tits and sword nips. I've decided to cut them off so no one will ever have to see them again. Originally, I was thinking of using a cheese grater, but quickly realised that my nipples would come off in bits. I was wondering what the most effective, but also least painful way to cut them off would be.
I mean, you've already done it, so it sounds like...
Pair of scissors.
And they've decided to. They haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Why would you think of a
decided to.
cheese grater over a pair of scissors?
Why would you use a pair of scissors? Imagine the bleeding.
Well, what are you going to do instead?
I
The
would
cheese
get-
grater's just going to extend the bleeding.
I would get one of those cigarette lighters you get in cars.
Just to cauterize it. Type.
Just go.
I don't think anything...
Fuck me.
I think we're going to extremes
Ooh, does anyone
here.
smell bacon?
Sorry, yeah, extremes. Yeah, okay, try.
Don't
talk
commit.
to us in.
Don't commit to cutting your nips off just yet. I think there's a couple of options. If you have a 3D printer, which you might do, there's an app called Bellis 3D. Do a 3D scan of both nipples, and then potentially own the shark nips. And what was the other one?
Prickly
sword
tits and
nipple,
sword nips.
prickly tits.
You could
and
make
sword
coverings
nips.
for your nipples that perfectly fit over them with little cactuses or swords. And that way you're customizing your nipples and also protecting them at the same time.
And I think ultimately just be proud of your nipples, you know.
Let them out.
Just I mean, you can let them out if you want, but just if
Cut
they're
holes
poking
in all
out,
your
just
clothes.
be proud of that.
Cut 2 nipples.
Embrace the nipple.
Some people do have gigantic nipples, though.
A big burger.
Are you talking about the? Sorry, talking about the areola, or are you talking about the actual?
I'm talking about the
nipple,
areola,
just-
not the little.
Or like a chunky, like kind of a chipolata, or like one of those party sausages, like a cocktail sausage. Because there are some of those nipples about, and I think those actually kind of make me feel a little bit queasy. But each to their own, you know.
Absolutely.
Someone's going to
people
chew
like
on them at some point.
Yeah.
Someone's going to enjoy them.
So maybe protect them by 3D printing some sheaths and covers
Yeah.
for them.
Why not? Ross, you got any voicemails?
I mean, let's move on. I feel like we solved that one.
Solved.
Solved?
Yeah.
Solved! Boom. Okay, so we have some voicemails in.
Okay, before you do, let me just get ready.
Before I get my voicemail on, I'm waiting for Chris Trott to get ready. You ready, Chris Trott? He's preparing himself in the only way he knows how.
Ready.
What did you do?
I'm really oily.
He's extremely oily, and that's fine. So this one is from Alex. Thank you very much. Not Alex Smith. He's here with us.
A different Alex.
So let's have a listen, shall we?
Hey, folks.
All right, pay attention.
Yeah.
Everyone listening?
Hello Ross, Chris and Alex. Alex here, wondering what you boys think about the alleged need to back up humanity by going extraterrestrial, and what kind of people would you send? You may have discussed this before, but I'm afraid I'm a fan light, but I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Thank you.
Don't answer the question. He's a fan light.
Next.
Maybe if you click join, we'll answer it.
It's a very interesting question, and I think we have covered some of this in our spurious chats in trials and any other content where we chat shit, which is pretty much everything.
Look, I brought this up before.
So let's boil it down to
Okay.
select 3
Candidates.
candidates who you would send. We'd each
Okay.
take 3, and they would
We'd
go.
each take 3.
Yeah.
The ghost of Stephen Hawking.
Okay. You would take.
Wait,
the
am I
ghost
saying
of
it out
Steve-
loud?
Yeah, go for it.
The
So that's
ghost of Stephen Hawking.
next.
The chair of Stephen Hawking.
You might
I
need it.
reckon
I
there might be a lot of knowledge in there.
Think
All right, Trot, you got one? Whilst he's thinking.
ghost of Darwin. Am I allowed to
You're
use
allowed
Sorry, can we
ghosts.
just
Yeah, ghosts.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
allowed
dead.
ghosts. Ghost of Darwin. Do you think that would actually be any use now?
I mean,
Darwin?
he famously travelled a lot looking for new species.
But I
Yeah.
feel like he might be out of touch now because he hasn't existed in some time.
Well, too late. You've already selected the ghost of
I've
Darwin.
chosen Darwin. I'm going to stand by it.
Final answer.
I think you've taken quite weak
My
people.
final answer. Okay.
Well, they're ghosts.
Well, look, their strength, isn't it?
They're
To do
third.
with anything. Look,
Well,
right?
it is to do everything.
Well,
We're
who
going
would you
Oh,
take?
well,
extraterrestrial.
okay, go on.
We're going extraterrestrial.
Ross,
We need
think
to
about
defend
your third.
ourselves.
Don't
Yeah.
say Dwayne. Don't say Dwayne Johnson.
No, Anthony Joshua.
Fucking
Fighter.
good.
He's a fighter, and if we're coming up against antagonistic extraterrestrial alien species, I want someone fighting in my corner, literally.
So you chosen an unarmed combatant. Would you arm him or not?
I mean, he'd be better with guns,
Oh, yeah,
but I
'cause-
know in a pinch,
Yeah.
if the guns are not working on alien species,
Yeah.
it's a good old 1-2, you know?
Yeah. And who would be your
Okay.
next candidate?
That would be Dwayne Johnson.
Okay. And your third?
Yeah. He's more.
Dwayne Johnson is on the list. Any
Yeah, he
ghosts? Any ghosts?
Any ghosts?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
You've got a very
quite fighting
fighting-
team.
Yeah.
Like
Or
the
you've
military
created a
wing.
small
I was thinking
team of
Bruce
fighters.
Lee, yeah, sure, is dead,
Yeah.
but same time, it's Bruce Lee.
Okay, so you've kind of gone for the military wit aspect. Ross has gone for the scientific aspect.
The ghost of Tesla.
the ghost of Nikolai Tesla.
Yep.
Okay.
He'll
Wow.
be there as well.
I feel like that's a
feel like
bad
he's a
pick.
bit out of
his
touch.
his only speciality is going to be DC current,
And he's going to be great.
or is it alternating current?
I feel like we've
I don't even
advanced
know.
past.
I think
He
that
was
he should be
alternating
there,
current
though.
actually.
I
Wasn't
feel like he'd be shocked by the technology nowadays.
And he's going to be there.
He
He's
might
gonna
be
do
a little
great
bit
job.
behind.
Look, they're all going to be a bit behind. They're all dead.
Smith,
Trot.
what angle would you go for?
Alternating
ghosts.
current. That was it.
Although saying that, they might have more knowledge because they are ghosts. We don't know.
They might have
the
been observing
spiritual-
humanity
spirit
this whole
realm.
time.
I'd have to flesh out our culture aspect. You know, so
Okay.
like you guys have obviously.
Katie Price.
Katie Price would be up there. Rolf Harris, because he's an artist.
People of the-
and also an
of the
animal
earth.
lover, you know.
You need to spread.
Are we? Sorry, are all of our...
Rolf Harris is a painter, a musician, and an animal lover, so therefore kind of a biologist.
Hitler was
all
a
the boxes.
painter.
Hitler was a painter, but he was also... I mean, he could go. Right, so Katie Price is there.
Why is she there? I chose that as a joke. That wasn't your one.
No, but
You can choose if you want.
I'm going to.
And Harvey, is he there with her as a token? Okay.
He's a flight risk.
I think you need. You know when we sent like the satellite out that was playing music, and we had the vinyl.
yeah.
I remember the day, yeah.
Yeah. Was it the Voyager probe?
Yeah,
Or was it something else? Okay.
You're sending out, essentially, you're spreading the culture of humanity. This is the summary of humanity.
Exactly, yeah.
You've got Katie Price.
Yeah.
Can Katie Hopkins go as well?
No, she can't go.
She has to
We
stay.
just
Katie Hopkins can, but she's going to
we-
get fired into the sun.
Why is there no ghost of Katie
Hold
Hopkins
on.
yet, for Christ's sake?
Hold on.
Who
Hold on.
else? You got
Right,
one more.
so I got Katie Price.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten the second. Rolf Harris. Right.
Yes.
And finally, the ghost of Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Very nice. Musical.
yeah.
I feel like
Don't forget, Katie Price is also quite the singer. So
Are we sending all 9 of these people in
yes,
together?
this is
Okay,
it. That's
seems
our
like
that's
quite
our
a
team.
Nice mix.
That's our team.
what a team.
So
I hope that answers
to
the
sum
Would
up,
you describe it as a dream team?
I would.
We have
Yeah.
the
it's a
ghost.
team.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Very much
sum
a
So
up.
we've got the
fancy.
ghost of Stephen Hawking,
Yeah.
the ghost of Charles Darwin.
Yes, we have.
Who was
He's
your
there.
third?
That would be Nikolai Tesla.
And this Nikolai, the ghost
Nikolai
of Ross is a purely spiritual team.
It's a
So we're hoping-
spiritual team spirit all the way. All
We
ghosts.
hope they turn up.
All ghosts. Let's hope they come. Yeah, they'll be there.
So
Then there's
Trot-
a cross blend with Bruce Lee.
The
to
Trot
replace
reading
it.
books.
The ghost of Bruce Lee,
Anthony Joshua to my left.
Anthony
and
Joshua,
Dwayne Johnson to my
and
right.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
And the ghost, yeah,
Okay,
ghost
and then
of
I've got
Bruce
Katie Price, Rolf Harris, and Michael Jackson, the ghost of Michael Jackson.
I think
Sorry, is Rolf allowed out of prison now, or is he? Is it?
Shit, I didn't even
are
think
we
about that.
Hoping that.
Well, the problem is as
Well,
well,
you
that if
don't-
they're quite
rules
old,
still
they're going to
to
die
abide by.
quite soon, aren't they?
Did you forget about his convictions?
No.
I don't think it matters. If he's dead, he's free. So
And
you
you
can
still
grab
picked
him
him.
as a ghost of.
Yeah, ghost of
Rolf.
Rolf
So
Harris.
let's assume we're doing this in some time. Ghost of Rolf is up for grabs.
Okay. So, Alex, to answer your question,
Katie Price just had a drink driving band.
did she?
Yeah.
So she can't be the pilot.
She can't be the pilot.
No. I think that in order to properly use extraterrestrial travel as a human species backup, we need to make sure that the people traveling are a nice broad representation of all angles of human life.
Perfect
Even the
genes.
bad
I
ones.
feel like we've covered all angles there.
You want criminals.
Well, that's why I've got Rolf Harris and Michael Jackson going.
But why?
Michael Jackson wasn't a criminal. He was not convicted.
Hold on, who did you have? Ghost of Stephen Hawking's?
Stephen Hawking.
Charles Darwin
Charles
almost certainly committed crimes.
You
He
think
was
so?
traveling in like the frontiers, like the things they did and saw. He ate so many Galapagos
It was
turtles.
a different time.
They ate Galapagos
It's a
turtles.
different time. What is it? That's not a crime.
Apparently, it is now.
It is
They're an
now.
endangered species.
Look, he's a ghost
Apparently,
now.
they're delicious.
He ate so many
There's-
to
there's-
become endangered.
Yeah, there's more than there's
Can we-
several historical records of people commenting on how delicious
Should we go on an
Galapagos turtles
excursion?
are.
Hat daddies go and eat Galapagos turtles.
Quite peckish.
So yeah, another really fun thing about Galapagos turtles, I think I've already spoken about this before.
Now. Stop it.
But it was great because sailors in the area, because there was a lot going on around the Isle of Galapagos and all
Yeah.
the surrounding sort of islands and land masses, sailors would stop at the Isle of Galapagos, pick up some turtles because they're so big they can't fucking move.
Right.
So they pick them up, just take them back to their ship, and they'd stack them because if they have a flat belly, they were stackable, right? But also, what was really important, they had to keep themselves hydrated because they don't drink very often, the Galapagos turtles, they'd have a bladder inside them that held fresh water. So not only could you crack them open, eat the delicious meat, but there was some fresh water stored in there as well.
Nature's tinned food.
Nature's meal
They
deal.
really were. They were nature's snack pack.
That's
amazing.
It's nuts, isn't it?
And yet we ate them all.
Yeah. Well, it's delicious, isn't it?
So I feel like we've gone into some depth into who.
Oh, all right. And sorry, and just a fucking hold full of Galapagos turtles.
And yes,
I
think we should allow that.
I think that's only fair.
As long as there's no complications on the rocket going up, of course.
Excellent.
Which can happen. So thanks, Alex, for your question. I feel like we've answered most of it.
Yeah.
There was probably some more we could answer, but we answered the important parts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm glad Katie Price made the cut.
Oh, hold on. There's one from this guy. Definitely not Craig Frost. Hi, Hat Daddies. I work at a small business and my 3 bosses are constantly bullying me and giving me strange tasks. They've given me dead dogs to bury as well as edit their homoerotic videos for one another. What should I do?
Well, they sound like very unhinged people.
Yeah.
And you should really consider getting out if you can.
I think,
it sounds like they're about to lose their job. That's the thing.
Yeah, it does.
That's my worry.
I think they should just keep burying those dogs and stop asking so many questions.
Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
They aren't dogs.
Look at your job role.
Not all of them were dogs.
No.
Just so.
Some of them were people that we just covered in PVA glue and hair.
Wait. This isn't anything to do with us.
No,
Huh?
It's someone else.
Someone else.
We don't know. Anyway, don't always assume they're dogs. Right, Craig?
Exactly. You get given a bag, all right? And it's mushed up enough that
Heavy,
you don't know, you can't identify
Don't look in the
it.
bag. Just don't look in the bag. Burn the bag. All you're doing is burning bags at that point.
You should be so lucky they have a job like this.
Yeah.
Like you have for someone else.
Wow.
Thank you.
And they're not homoerotic. They're just friendly.
Yeah.
We're very friendly.
Touchy people.
Touchy as hell.
I've got one.
Okay,
if you don't mind.
Moving on. I feel like we solved that one straight away. Perfectly solved.
Luke. Hello, lads. I would like some advice. I want to start doing a video log/diary. Not to be publicised though, it's for my own use to document my development or my downfall and talk about personal experiences and maybe dreams, habits and people in my life at a time. So if I get dementia or find myself in a coma not knowing who I am, I can remind myself or simply just reflect on my life on my deathbed. My worry is if at some point I go on a murderous rampage or commit some horrendous crime, it will be documentation of my insanity and evidence against me. I need help weighing up the pros and cons and I look forward to hearing what you have to say.
Actually,
Luke.
Insanity can actually be a help if you do go on a murderous rampage.
Yeah.
You have
of sound mind.
The insanity plea.
Yeah, a lot of evidence there to back you up.
I mean, you still go to a psychiatric hospital, but
that shouldn't be your first worry.
No, it's weird that you're making videos because you're worried about dementia.
Yes, but then, I mean, if you want to make videos, make them. If you want to, document your life, why not? Have fun with it.
We're lucky enough to do that ourselves.
Doesn't hurt anyone else.
The key events, should we say?
Effectively, yeah. We do the same. When we go crazy and insane, they'll see the pattern and the conversations we've had.
Yeah.
And some of the advice we've given.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, has always been sound.
It has.
And there's nothing wrong with the advice we give. So, in essence, we're perfect, but you can try to get on our level. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a leap up. But you've got to start somewhere.
I like the way that Luke has got the audacity to think that he's interesting enough to make videos about.
It's only for himself.
Yeah, but even then.
They're personal.
There's no harm, is it?
And I think that's good.
It's
like writing a diary.
Knowing it exists bores me, Trot.
It bores you. Right, fair enough. All right, stop doing it, Luke. You're boring, Smith.
You're going to get dementia.
Why not release them to the world? Share these.
Publicise it on your deathbed.
Do it. Let them out.
Let them out.
But please edit it down. Actually, just go key moments.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
What?
Highlights, bullet points.
Of their life. No, just the good bits, like the murderous rampage.
I don't want to know that they've gone to their fridge, picked out some milk and got cut. I don't want to know about that.
Yeah.
I want to know about the interesting stuff that happened in the day. Tripping over, falling dog shit. Stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Big falls.
Big dog shit fans over here.
It's just hilarious.
Absolutely is.
You guys ever set fire to a dog waste bin?
No, I've not set fire to a dog waste bin, no.
Smells.
Is that something you...
Smells a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest doing that, but otherwise, give it a try.
Solved. Thank you.
I had my teeth cleaned yesterday by the hygienist, and on this camera it looks like they've been whitened.
It's nice, isn't it?
That's real nice.
I think we have time for one more.
Sure, let's...
Did I have any more voice messages?
Let us know.
Let's listen to this one. I don't know what this is. Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Robbie, and my problem is that recently I've just moved to a new country and I've come to a new school and I don't know anyone there. Everyone there already knows each other, and I'm finding it really difficult to find new friends and actually talk to people. It feels like every time I talk to someone, like, I don't have anything to say, and if I do, they don't find it interesting. So I'm just wondering what I can do to help with that. Thanks.
Is that Robbie, yeah?
That's Robbie, yes.
Sounds a lot like, Robbie, you're a boring cunt. You need to be more interesting, because nobody wants to talk to a boring cunt, do they, guys?
You're exactly right. And
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, well, like...
It's a very serious one.
I
It's
don't
hard.
know.
It's tough to integrate
I've never
into a new
struggled to
social
make
group.
friends.
Oh, that's good for you.
I know.
It's hard for some people, and I think it is hard, especially if you're moving into a new social group and potentially different languages. I don't know where they move to.
Exactly. That's one thing I was thinking. It's like, maybe it's a different language.
Could be a cultural thing. Could also be your own confidence being a blockade.
Yeah.
I think you're assuming that everyone thinks you're boring. And
Yeah, that's
kind
a
of
good point.
influencing your actions and behaviors.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're going to bail on stuff because you already think people are going to find you boring.
Try and be funny if you can.
It's also very easy to overthink these things as well. But ultimately, I mean, try and be funny. I mean, that's always nice, but obviously, trying to be funny can sometimes be very hard to do.
Just try and relax.
Yeah,
very
there's a big. So sometimes we encounter people. Sometimes I encounter people in such various situations.
Daily
where
basis, you know what I mean?
Yeah, where it's clear that.
You're not talking about LARP, are you?
Yeah, they found it difficult.
No.
Not just LARP, but LARP is an example.
Just like a daily work office
People find
person.
it difficult to interact, or they're worried about being boring. 2 rules: don't worry about it too much. But the second rule is don't talk too much either, because there's nothing more annoying than a person just speaking and speaking and speaking to fill space, like I am right now. No, but seriously, like, do you ever get that when you're talking to a person?
People
you're
like to be listened to.
Yeah,
They want to talk about themselves, so just listen, and then take on board what they say.
Yeah.
And engage with the stuff that you find interesting.
yeah.
I think that's ultimately
good
it.
shout.
Find things you're interested in and get involved with that stuff, because then you've got something in common straight away,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is always a good thing and a good talking point.
Or indeed something interesting about yourself. Like,
Yes.
say for example, like, you know, you've got a particular hobby or something you're interested in that it's quite unusual, or you're quite good at it or something, you know, like that can eventually be a talking point. I don't know.
Even something like gaming, like
Yeah.
there's a lot more people who probably game and do stuff or play similar games that you wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Find common ground.
Yeah, find common ground. I think that's a very important thing to do.
Or if you are
It's
funny,
not always easy, especially when you move into a new place. I can't imagine. I've never really done that myself.
One new country.
not
now.
without friends. No, that's a good point.
Or you can enact prison rules and punch the biggest guy
Yeah.
in the room just to
Show you dominance.
kind of feel things out a little bit.
catch-all
Show
win,
your
that.
dominance. Everyone all eyes on you then.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, that's the guy who punched that other guy.
I want to be his friend.
And that's a talking point straight away. You don't have to do that. Again, I feel like that's very specific to
It's
almost
a
prison
fallback,
things.
though, isn't it?
It's not really
It's a
fair as well, because it always works. So
Yeah.
you can't just keep handing
Yeah.
out that trump card.
Yeah. You could punch like a teacher. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? That'd be like a real...
Everyone
Fuck
would know
you,
who you were,
wouldn't
though.
it?
They
Yeah.
might not end up
Yeah.
at school, though.
Maybe that's why they left the last school.
Maybe.
Yeah. Do you think any of this advice would ever come back to us? As in, like, if he does
We're
that...
not liable for any actions you
We
take.
are, yes. Good, yeah.
That's
Don't
on
follow
you.
this advice if you are going to lead it back to us.
Yeah, if not, go crazy.
You didn't hear it from us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, good luck with that. It's not always easy.
Another solve, 100% record.
That is
Once
another
again, for
solve.
Hat Daddies.
We are
It's incredible that we do that.
So thank you for joining us for today's Hat Daddies. Make sure to send in your questions to hatdaddies@gmail.com. We also have a Skype, which is just Hat Daddies. Not just Hat Daddies. It's written down there. It's not Shat Daddies, it's Hat Daddies. And we will see you next time. So thank you for joining us. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and join if you want. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay dancing.
Is that strictly?
Yeah, it's actually keep dancing. I fucked it up.
Idiot.
All right. Lovely job.